Hello, boys and girls. All right, this is a one-day project. We're gonna get this out lickety-split, and I thought this would be really great because it's before the holidays. This is a Christmas tree. A traditional Christmas tree, believe it or not, comes from German traditions. I know this for a fact because my grandmother's from Germany, and she told me all about Christmas trees. They're actually called Tannenbaum in German. Anyway, and we would decorate our tree. Now, this is a collage. This is cut paper, multiple materials on um, on one piece of paper. So I have all kinds of cut out little pieces, and we are going to make it symmetrical. Symmetrical means that things are the same on both sides. Well, almost, but the tree is symmetrical. And these particular ornaments and my tree topper is symmetrical. And I have a little stand here. This is my festive stand. And I'm sure you saw Miss M's awesome Christmas tree in my Google Meet because I've been broadcasting from in front of my tree instead of my studio. Things you're going to need today. You will need a pair of scissors that are appropriate for you. Hopefully your family has a pair. It's the one thing, I don't know how you can pack the scissors. Perhaps I should send them home. Elmer glue, here's your glue stick, and I know that all of my friends made sure the top was on nice and tight so your glue is still working right. It's nice to have a pencil and eraser in case I never make mistakes, but in case you do. I will let you use these at the end, but you know what? Put these aside. They really don't work as well as the crayons. If you happen to have another set of crayons, with a white crayon. This is golden, people. If you have a white crayon from a different set, this is the one thing. It's like, first of all, they gave you 8 colors and none of them are white. A white crayon would make all the difference in the world. As a matter of fact, if you happen to have a white crayon in your house, throw that in your art kit. It is a game changer. And of course, your cool crayons that you got from art. And look, construction paper. So we're going to crack this baby open and we're going to use it. When you do open your paper, I would highly recommend that you put your paper somewhere safe. So you're going to take that, the plastic off, and I have a folder. You could keep it in the bag with your other art supplies. These are the only art supplies that you're going to need today. So you might as well put that paint. Yeah, I see you. Put the paint away. Put it back in your bag. Put the brush away. You're not using it. We'll use it another time. Don't worry. Plenty of time to use it. Another thing that you might want to pull out is, remember last week we did those polar bears and you had some extra white paper? If you happen to keep it, you can pull it out now. Actually, any scraps of paper, this is from my demo, will work well. You're going to need 3 colors. You're going to need a background color. I'm going to use yellow. In this one, I used black. You can use any color, but make sure the next color for your tree is contrasting, meaning when you put these 2 colors together, they stand out. So if you did black and blue, for example, I don't know that I would choose black and blue. They are too close. Then you're not going to see it. But if I use the blue and the yellow, boom, there is a lot of contrast. Contrast is a principle of design. It is used in designing things. I'm also going to use some red for the ornaments. And since I had red left over from before, I'm going to use this piece. I do not need a lot. And boys and girls, get in the habit of saving scraps. I might even use some of this green since it's left over because I hate throwing things out. And you're supposed to make these supplies last until June. I know. All right, the first thing you're going to do is, since I've decided this is my background, I'm going to put this somewhere safe, like on another table. This is my tree color. Now, I know you might have a tree at home. You might not. It's okay. Most evergreens are a green color. Some are actually a blue color. Does this have to be a realistic tree? Nope. Could it be an artificial tree? Absolutely. Could you have a pink tree? You could, as long as the background, it makes it stand out. It's a-okay. You could have a yellow tree. It's okay. Stay away from black and no brown and probably no white. Black, brown, white, no, no, no. Every other color, try it. All right, the first thing you're going to do is you're going to take your paper and you're going to have it vertical. This is tall, tall. Then you're going to take the right side of the paper and you're going to meet the left side and you want them to touch. And you're going to put a crease in. So now you have what looks like a tall book or menu. Remember those days when you used to go out to eat? Maybe you don't, I don't know. If you've ever been to a sit-down restaurant as opposed to one where you see everything on the wall. All right, so this is tall. This is where the fold is, and you can check by opening it a little. This is not the fold. This is the open end. I can't open this end. This is the closed end. This is where the fold is. Okay, this is important, knowing where the fold is. Now we're going to draw our tree. Now, a symmetrical design is the same on both sides. Easiest way to create symmetry is going to be to do the same exact thing on both sides by folding. This is a really easy trick. So I'm going to start at the top and I'm going to come out and you can make your tree. Usually they start out, okay, this is really, really light. So you're going to have a hard time seeing it. I'm going to switch over to a marker now. Boys and girls, you guys use a pencil, please. Because if you make a boo-boo, a mistake, you can use this thing. And do it lightly, just dark enough that you can see. Now I'm going to go all crazy and I am going to use a marker. So it's even more important, super duper important, that I do it right the first time. But then again, I've been doing this for 100 years. So I'm going to start, here's my first set of branches, and then it's going to come out, and I'm going to make another set of branches, and I'm going to come out again, and this is the widest part, and then my tree's going to come in, and I'm going to come down like that. Okay, so that's kind of a tree shape, but there's only half a tree. Someone's going, Miss Anne, there's only half a tree. I know this. I know there's only half a tree. You're doing half the work, but getting twice as much out of it. So if we were to check, you'll see that my tree ends in the middle of the paper. That means you're good to go. If for some reason your tree is on this side and you open it up and your tree is going off the end, yeah, this is not going to work. This is where you pull out your friendly eraser and the tree should look like that. Close it back up again. Get that fold in. Fold it real good. Fold it real good. Okay. Scissor safety. Carry your scissor like this. Now I'm right-handed, so I put my scissor in the right hand. I'm going to hold my paper with the left. If you are the opposite, you go the opposite way, kiddos. And I'm going to follow the road that I mapped out. When you draw, you're making a road for your scissors. So I'm going to turn the paper and move the paper with my left hand, while my right hand just opens and closes my friendly scissors. Now be very careful you don't cut yourself. Nobody wants that. Come down. And you can go all the way down. Boom. Awesome. Now, don't throw these out. You're going to say, I'm going to throw this out. No, don't do it. You'll know you've done this right when you open this up and go, a Christmas tree has been created. Okay. So, you're going to need that background paper. You're going to flip your tree over, and you're going to take this stuff. Take that cap off. Put out just enough. You don't need that much. And put your glue on the back of your tree. This is pretty awesome, if you ask me. I'm a poet and I didn't know it. And so we just created a symmetrical design. You know for sure it's a symmetrical design because if you fold it together, all the edges match up. I want to try to get this centered in the center of the page. Now, once you get the tree where you want it, flip it over and give your paper a massage. I feel really rub it. There we go. Boom. Look at the tree. But we need something. What do we need, madam? We need a tree stand. Oh, I have to make a tree stand. So I have this scrap paper. Maybe I'll just use this little piece of red. Perfect. We could use this symmetry thing again. So I'm going to fold up my paper. This is where the fold is. This is where the fold is. You could draw this or you could just cut it, depending on how comfortable you feel doing this. Now, if you were in kindergarten, I would draw it. Now notice again, when I open it up, this line is over here. Fold it. Take my friend the scissors, ever so slightly. Boom. Open it up. Oh, look, there's a tree stand. Ah! Bam. My tree has a stand. Now my tree can stand up. I have a tree stand that makes my trees turn around. My one tree. Not all my stands do that. I have many trees. I have a problem. Don't glue that to your table. Don't do that. All right, we're going to put this puppy here. It's not really a dog. And again, flip it over. I'm only rubbing where I put the tree stand. Okay, so here we go. I'm going to put my cap back on and give it a... So my tree needs stuff. One of the things I did before I started is I made swatches. So I took all of my crayons and I put them on the colored paper. A scrap. This is a scrap. This is from the last time. You may want to do it on this color. So I'll show you how to do it. So I have this little scrap of blue paper. This is important. Artists do this stuff all the time. So I happen to have a white crayon, and that's how the white shows up. And now I'm going to take my other colors. Now you could take the colors, and I'm not going to use brown because I tend not to use brown things on my tree. And the black, and I'm going to put it away, but I like a colorful tree. So now I'm going to go through the rest of the colors, and you know, Miss Evans here, and she colors will go back to brown. So there's the red, there's the orange, so you can actually see what these colors will look like. And when you go to choose them, green, blue, and of course, violet. Believe it or not, blue and the violet actually show up pretty good. The yellow, not too bad. Orange and red and white. So now I'm going to decorate my tree. I have all kinds of garland and stuff on my real tree. And I put garland and stuff on my paper tree and with the light. So I'm going to take, I like to do boop, 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 and boop. All right, so here's my tree. I'm going to do some garland. I'm going to do some red. And you can do multicolors. So it looks like, you know, that bead stuff. I'll show you later. When I do the meat, I'll show you some of my weird stuff that I put on my tree. I don't know if it's actually weird, but I have stuff I put on my tree. You know, I have stuff. So, and then I might come back with, I don't know, yellow. Yellow is a good color. Yellow is not terrible. So it makes it look like the little beads. The beads. The beads. Very cool. Very cool shape. Beads, beads, beads. Gotta have a fancy tree, right? Boom, fancy tree. Now, you could put on as many strings of lights, garland, however you want to make them. You only need to be able to draw lines and do dots and circles. That's really it. Maybe this is like, I don't know, that weird fuzzy stuff. Actual that, you know, like people have that weird tinsel. Maybe my tinsel's green. Maybe I have some white twinkly stuff. Here's some white twinkly lights on this one. I decided that right now. Okay. So I got like the base down. Oh, and you could put some patterns and such on your tree stand. I'm just using dots. You don't have to be maybe some dots, maybe some, oh, I don't know. Put some stripes in there. Here's some blue stripes. Don't overthink this. Don't sit there and try to draw it. Like, just use dots and lines, people. All right, so now we're going to get to the ornament section of our. So, like I said, I did save some white from my polar bear, so I'm going to cut some pieces out. I'm hoping this isn't taking me forever. I take a long time to do these things. All right. So here's a square. It's not very big. It fits in my hand. Like about an inch or so. If you were to fold said square in half, you could draw half of a ornament. See, I just drew half an ornament. And remember, we're doing the symmetry thing. So as long as you draw with the middle where the fold is, this light is not working that well. The middle where the fold is, and you fold it back up, and we cut. Now, what if you make a mistake? Oh no, what do I do? Just make a beautiful oops, man. All right, here's an ornament. Maybe I'll do 2 white ornaments. Yeah, let's do 2 white ornaments. Maybe I'll do like an icicle. Now I'm just gonna free form this one because I'm crazy like that. I'm not gonna lie. Perhaps this one's over here. Maybe we'll do a red ornament or 2. So if I take this red and I cut some small pieces, perhaps it's, notice I'm just going right in. I'm an old, you know, so my second graders should be able to do this, perhaps. That would be awesome if they could. Because we've done, I'm not doing that. That's too weird and flat. I don't like it. I want to make it a little different. See how I went back in? I was like, didn't like it. Okay, I'll do this one. Maybe there's an ornament there. I still don't like that ornament. I just don't like it. Little box. I don't like it anywhere. I don't like it. I don't care. Yeah, I think that's the best I can do. All right. Perhaps you could do one of these super fancy ornaments. I have these where they come out. Oh, these are funny. Boom. 1, 2, 3, 4. I didn't even want ornament. I can't just have like 4 ornaments. That's bizarre. Bizarre. Another piece of red. All right. There's a nice square red. Perhaps this one. This will be another one of these fancy schmancy ornaments. What if your ornaments don't look like mine? That's not bad at all. Let's be clear about that. Ornaments can look however they want. They're ornaments, people. Oh, I want a tree topper too. I'm going to make my tree topper super easy and just cut a circle and put it on top, or circle-ish. That's circle-ish, right? Boom, just like that. All right, glue these babies down. Now, at this point, you may choose or not to decorate. You could leave your ornaments like this because there's enough contrast. And because my ornaments are not this, this is where the scrap paper comes in handy. Let me put my tree aside. So I could put like the scrap paper down and not glue these things to your grown-ups' tables. That would be awesome. I bet your grown-up would like that. Or if you're running out of time, this is a perfect place to end. But if you're like me, it's got to go like and one up it. Show you what to do next. Get these things glued. Gluing. I'm done gluing. Cap goes on. I'm going to put this back. I have a drawer where my art supplies live. Yeah, they live there. All right, and that's where they stay. So here is my little thing. I'm going to use a spiral. I love spirals. So a spiral, remember Larry the line, starts out little and gets bigger. Spiral. I'm going to go to this red ornament and put some stripes in. See? I'll just put some stripes in, man. You could go back and you could put some dots in or whatever you want. Let's do red. No, we have so much red. So this one, I'm going to do this. I'm going to put a line here. Oh, no, I broke my crayon. I have a tendency to really push hard with stuff. That's what I do weird things, okay? This is why my artsy crayons are all broken. This one, I'm going to do like this, and I'm going to put some stripes on it, and another set. Look at that. This is just lines and dots. This is nothing like, this is not, you know, you don't need to take like a bunch of art classes to know how to do some dots and lines here, people. And let's do this one. Let's do yellow. I feel like yellow could be used here. Some yellow, maybe some more of these. Some spirals. Beautiful. You now have a Christmas tree and a big mess over here. Any pieces that are bigger, I would save. Like I'm going to save this so I know what my crayons look like. I'm going to save this. These pieces actually aren't too bad, but anything that's like teeny tiny, this piece I'm going to save because I'm going to tell you that's a good piece. And I'm going to put it in my, like I said, I have a folder, and that's where I shove my construction paper. If you happen to have a folder, it's not a bad idea, it's a good idea. See how organized Miss M is? And she's an art teacher, and that's not normal. So keep everything in there. I'm going to put this somewhere safe. So next week, or next time that we do art, I'm going to put away my crayons again. I have a special place for my white crayon in the heart. Put my crayons away so that next time we do art, I know where they are. And in my drawer with my other supplies, all of these get put away. Oh, I want to keep this piece. This is a good piece. See how big this is? I could cut this down into teeny tiny pieces. Now, speaking of teeny tiny pieces that are too small, This is going to go into these little pieces here, these little, my grandmother calls them schnippers. Those are little pieces that are useless. This is my tree. So this one I did blue on yellow, though the yellow looks very washed out. And this one I did green on black, and both of them have red. I forgot I had the white paper. Like I said, if you have the white paper from the polar bear, just putting some white on there makes a huge difference. It adds a third color. Actually, a fourth, I should say. Boys and girls, I hope you enjoy making this, and then I hope that you find a place to hang your tree. I'm going to do that now. I'm going to hang my tree so I will there. See you next week. Oh, don't forget to put this in Seesaw so Miss M can grade it. I really do look forward to that.